All right, Southwest Florida, welcome back to Lee Pitts Live. We're here at the Edison Mall at the Southwest Florida Black Expo. Big shout out to all the fine people at the Edison Mall, as well as DeMar Sean, the Dunbar Festival Committee, the Southwest Florida Impact. All these organizations have come together to make this a reality. And of course, Lee Pitts Live is the media sponsor. We said this expo will be going on for the next 3 days. This is the first day, this is the kickoff. Right here on Friday. This evening I'll be hosting a reception, the all-white reception that'll be taking place right here at this location. And you'll see people all throughout this hall tonight dressed in their beautiful white. Pretty much sold out. One of the vendors here at the expo, amongst the about 100 vendors that are here in the Edison Mall, is Hodges University, of course, a staple in the Southwest Florida community for over 30 years. So without further ado, got representatives here from Hodges University. Welcome to Lee Pitts Live.
Thank you very much. We're glad to be here. It's been a wonderful day so far.
Yes, it has.
We got here early, set up, and it has been nonstop at the table. I'm amazed at the amount of people who are interested in continuing their education and want to really take advantage of Hodges and online learning down here.
Okay, let me get you guys formally introduced. We have the eminent, the icon in our community, Darlene Mitchell. She's a consultant for diversity and inclusion at Hodges University, that program, and we're so thrilled to see you in that position, Darlene.
Thank you. Thank you, Lee.
Also an alum of Hodges University, one of the most popular alum in the area.
Yes.
I don't know anybody who's more popular who graduated from Hodges
Alumni of
University.
the year.
You always running around with your University pom-poms. For the first time on the show, we have Angie Manley, the director of the University Advancement. Director of University Advancement, meaning that you out there raising that money.
I'm trying.
Say that.
I'm trying.
Simplify that. It is so great to have you on the show. I know when you heard me say over 30 years, you might say, well, how did he know that? I was right around 30, 33 years old now, Hodges University. And this show started about 30 years ago, Lee Pitts Live.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is our 30-year anniversary. And 30 years ago, when my show first started, your president at the time, McMahon, well, I forget his first name. Terry McMahon and I developed a great relationship, and he was very instrumental 30 years ago.
Wow.
We're still here now.
Wow.
And forming a partnership with Lee Pitts Live. So we kind of grew up together in Southwest Florida. The television show and Hodges University at the time was International College, which you read on some old documents. And I met with Terry, Darlene, down in Naples. You weren't in Fort Myers at the time. You were in an old shopping center. And you've probably seen some pictures of that. It was an old, our shopping centers go out of business, whatever, and they open up they turn into a little college or whatever.
Yes.
And I walked in, and there was Terry McMahon, met me at the door. I said, hey, I got this new television show that I'm starting up. It's been around for a few months, and I'd love to get your university involved, International College. And we went in his little office in the little shopping center, and we chopped it up, and the next thing you know, a relationship was formed. So I have a long, deep experience with Hodges University, going back to when I was 16 years old, 30 years ago.
16 years old.
I started the show.
Me
Now
too.
that you got that history, you know I know more than you might realize about Hodges University. So let's get started. First of all, I'll go with you on this, Darlene. Why is it important that Hodges University be a part of the Southwest Florida Black Expo?
This Black Expo, as well as other expos, define who we are and who we have always been, as far as the inclusion, including everyone, including all cultures, every walk of life. Everyone's not a cookie cutter, and we have to make space to allow that, and for years that has not been done. So we need to come to the table, show our face, not just the day of the event, but through the entire year of our professions. Say what's on our mind, and then speak truth about it, and then live what we say.
Mm-hmm. Now, I mentioned early on that you're one of the most popular people in the area to graduate from Hodges University.
Yes.
What year did you graduate? What was your major? That type of thing.
Paralegal degree in 2013, and then I went on to receive my bachelor's degree in legal studies, and from that I received the President's Award, Student of the Year, and then finally in 2015 the Alumni of the Year.
Unbelievable. And when you say you graduated in 2013, that surprises me because you are so popular as a person who graduated from Hodges. I would have thought that you had graduated long before then, because I guess the moment you graduated or while you were a student, you were out there raising and carrying the Hodges University flag so high.
Yeah.
I thought you had been there, graduated 25 years ago.
And Lee, I started with International College more than one time.
Gotcha.
And raising my children, it was so difficult at the time. And things happen. Missed the bus, got sick, got to pick you up from school. So when Chantel, being my baby, came out and graduated, she said, "Mom, go and start school all over again, and we will help you because we were the reason why you couldn't succeed the first time."
Isn't that something?
So we all went back. I was going in as a freshman, and Chuck was going in as a senior at FGCU at the time. And Chantel went on to USF and then Georgia State, and they just kept going and going. And I had a good support system rallying with me. I didn't have small children at home. No, there was no excuse. And that's what I was able to share with the mothers and the parents in public housing. Don't use your child as an excuse. Do what you have to do for your children, but keep the main thing, which is that education, the higher education.
Now, Angie, when you hear that story, and I don't know if you've heard it before, when you hear that story coming out of Hodges University, does Darlene Turner's story represent the true spirit of Hodges University?
Yeah, I believe it does. I've been at Hodges for about a year and a half. And my experience, I knew about Hodges. I've been down here for about 4 years. I've always known about Hodges University. It's been in the community and has done outreach and those type of things, but I didn't really know who the student was. And when I got involved in the school and found out the student really is, a mom, around 30, single mom, maybe didn't finish their degree, their undergraduate degree, maybe didn't, finished high school but didn't know really what they wanted to do, had responsibilities, had family obligations. And Hodges was that place where people came. I met a woman the other day, and she was saying that her son barely got out of high school and had graduated Hodges with his master's and was graduated summa cum laude. And she said, "I wish I could go back to his high school and say, you gave up on him too early." He had graduated high school with a GED. He just wasn't ready to pursue higher education at that point. So our students have a lot of other things. They're living life. They've got a full plate of things that they're dealing with. And sometimes going to college at 18 or 19 isn't in the cards.
That's right.
Maybe you're not ready for it. There's other things happening. So when the student does finally come back to school, to Hodges, we're trying to create an environment that is for that working adult. So, for example, I'm actually getting my degree right now. And in my class, there are 16 people. And it's online. We didn't miss a beat when COVID happened because we did online. We've been doing online since '95. But I can take the class. I'm certainly older than the demographic that we're talking about. But if I can work my full-time job. I can go online at 9 o'clock, read my information, videotape, see my teacher who has videotaped the class earlier. So like a working mom who has kids, who, back in the day, you couldn't, if your class was at 6 o'clock and you had to be there in person, that it was an impossible task for that young mom or dad or student to do.
And you also still are excited about getting students who come straight in out of high school as well?
Oh, sure. Well, if you think of the environment now that we're in too, not every kid wants to or can afford to go off to a 4-year college and just live on campus. We have a lot of kids that want to keep working, and perhaps that's the way that they're funding some of their college experience. And they also want to expedite. Our focus is workforce development. A lot of our programs are accelerated. So the student comes in, they're 4 weeks long, they're taking one course for 4 weeks, so they can finish their degree without a lot of the other noise that some wonderful colleges have, but in a way we're a little untraditional than that.
Mm-hmm.
We know that the students coming to Hodges, 18, 19, up to 55 and above, are doing it because they want to get their degree. They know that they have a focus, and that's where our counselors are really instrumental in helping them kind of in that trajectory.
Briefly talk about the high points of your curriculum, subjects,
So we
degrees, that type of thing.
Yep. So we just renovated one of our buildings on the Fort Myer campus for health sciences. So it is a Bachelor of Science of Nursing. We have a physical therapy assistant program, and we also have an EMT program, EMT and paramedic. Those programs have been just getting a tremendous amount of attention because the need is huge right
Makes
now
sense.
for them. We also are hoping to open our dental suite. So we are going to be doing a dental hygienist and a dental assistant program as soon as we get the final approvals on that, but that's ready to go. And we have people signing up already, applying for that, and there's nothing down here that has that type of a program. We have our business school, we have our Fisher School of Technology, we have a lot of different traditional academic programs, but it is those programs, the health sciences, the business, the accounting program that we have, communications. They have a legal studies program, which I'm a part of. So it's a lot of great opportunities.
Okay. Now we encourage people to go to hodges.edu.
Hodges.edu.
Okay. Well, before I go, let's go back over to you, Darlene. The new president is there. His name escapes me right now. Call his name.
John Meyer, Dr. John Meyer.
Right, and my understanding that he came over from Florida Southwestern. Talk about his leadership style and his vision for Hodges University, especially as it relates to diversity and inclusion.
John had an opportunity to share class time with our beloved Gail Williams, and they were in class for many years together on various subjects. So as John accelerated into becoming part of staff and the faculty, so did Gail, and they were so close, knowing each other on the back end, which is why John allowed Gail, he said, I have no choice but to offer her a position as the director of diversity and inclusion. That was Dr. John Meyer. And he also allowed Gail to teach the course. So she not only became the director of the program, but Gail became the professor of diversity and inclusion.
Okay. Gail Williams, the late Gail Williams.
Yes.
Right. Shout out to Gail. So Hodges is on the move.
Yes.
On the move.
Sounds like the Fort Myers campus is going to be more centered around Alliance, Healthcare Alliance. I think that's the word that covers it all. And what's happening at the Naples campus?
Well, we will have satellite classes there right now, but Fort Myers is going to be our main focus. We are really, it's convenient to most of our students. It's a great hub. We have a larger space. We have a larger footprint there. So we're going to keep Fort Myers as our main campus right now. That's where most of our faculty and staff are located.
Okay. Well, you live and you learn. Well, it's been a pleasure having you both on the show. Look forward to getting you back in the future.
Thank you very
Lee.
much.
Thanks for coming
Thank
out to
you
the
so
Southwest
much.
Florida Black Expo. People are lining up for their interviews. Leap is Live again is here, Johnny on the spot. And,
Yes.
of course, it's been a pleasure talking to my good friend Darlene and getting Angie on the show for the first
Yes.
time. Keep up the good work.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Hello, Southwest Florida. Thanks for watching Lee Pitts Live. Of course, I'm Lee Pitts. I hope you enjoy that particular show, but you can always catch us here on YouTube. Just click on the subscribe button down there. That way you can get your Lee Pitts Live on demand when you want it and how you want it. We also encourage you to watch our show on Fox 4 and connect with us on all our social media platforms. Just type in Lee Pitts Live.